Money up for stake here. Conciliate drifting out to 250. Frolicnearthesea firms into 290. Fiction File and Willow's Girl well in commission. All set. Green light is on. And they're racing in the $200,000 two-year-old fillies final. Away quickly is Conciliate. Off the gate from one. Dropping in behind it, Delizioso. Beginning fast as Willow's Girl rushes up outside of Conciliate. But Conciliate had the necessary speed to keep out the challenge. Willow's Girl now second. And Delizioso holds the spot third the inside. Around them wider, Frolicnearthesea is sliding forward. And then three back along the inside. As they sort themselves out now is Captain's Rush. It'll settle fifth the inside as Frolicnearthesea moved up alongside of Conciliate along the back. So third Delizioso on the inside of Willow's Girl, who's 1-1. Next the pegs as Captain's Rush as they head down the back straight. The lead time was 44.3 in sixth position. And settling three back on the outside is Something Else. And they were followed in behind those runners then. To look at her, it's four back along the pegs just beyond midfield. And outside of her is a Fiction File. It's got four behind her as they round the top bend, including the debutant Seaside Drive. And back towards the end of the field now. Devious Minds is towards the end. Also Complete Stranger and Something Else. First quarter in 29.1. Lead time 44.3. And the leader is Conciliate. Second is Frolicnearthesea. Leaders back to Delizioso and fourth Willow's Girl. Then came Captain's Rush on the pegs as they make their way out of the straight. On the outside in sixth position as they head to the 900 metres, but put under a bit of pressure now is Something Else. They were followed up in turn. One off the pegs by Fiction File. Now giving ground there is Look at Her, and it's been passed in turn by Seaside Drive, and to the inside of it is Devious Minds, and well back in the field to Complete Stranger. Look at Her's dropped out to last, and getting by her but also a long way off them is as they head down the back straight now was Captain's Rush. Lucky Luda was the one up behind them, back on the pegs, and just got held up and then dropped out at that point. The third quarter as they head off the back straight with challenging now is Frolicnearthesea. Put under pressure is Conciliate, 28.9 and 29.1 for those quarters. Frolicnearthesea put its head in front, round the outside. Fiction File winds up. Also picking up is Delizioso. Frolicnearthesea put its head in front. Out wider on the track, the widest is Fiction File. Delizioso going with it. It's Fiction File. Delizioso fighting back. Delizioso and Fiction File settle down to fight it out. Delizioso's in front of Fiction File, and Delizioso won it. Delizioso has just beaten Fiction File. Frolicnearthesea, photo fourth, Conciliate, and a terrific effort from Seaside Drive, who hung in there pretty well. It's in the photo for fourth. A gap back on the field of Willow's Girl, and they were followed in by Complete Stranger. Well back behind those then in the second half of the field was Devious Minds. They've come in at long intervals as well. Lucky Luda dropped out, but still a couple might have finished in front of it, including Captain's Rush. Well back in the field, Look at Her, and also dropping out was Something Else. Final quarter 31.2 with a mile rate of 156.9 for Aldebaran Park. Abbey Turnbull gets Delizioso home. Hard-fought win. They picked up with some pretty solid sectionals over the 2200, and some of them were found wanting. Plenty of change in the last lap. A number of horses starting to drop out. They've finished at long intervals behind the top five, and it was Delizioso strongest to hold off Fiction File. So it's 2-3-6. Frolicnearthesea doing all the work in a pretty fast time for the babies is third, and fourth in Conciliate has just hung on for that minor spot for fourth ahead of Seaside Drive, the first starter. So it's 2-3-6 and 1. 2-3-6 and 1. The winners by Ride High out of Miss Delightful and raced by Etong's Emerald.